farewell to the innkeeper and his son and urge your horses out onto the narrow street that leads to the West Gatehouse. By mid-morning, you are riding across gentle hills crested with yellow-leaved trees. The hilltops are shrouded with mist, but occasional rays of sunshine break through to lighten the lush green fields below. Time passes swiftly as Cyrillus recounts the histories and legends of the area. You learn that the rich and fertile kingdoms bordered by the River Storn have a wild and turbulent past, swept by wars, divided by empires, split by national rivalries, and the ambitions of petty princes who prey upon one another and the rest of the populace. Lyrus is embroiled in war with Magador, Dindolin with Salony, and Salony with Solivia. Battles are fought, lives are lost, and the land is pillaged with grim regularity. Only the mercenaries and the crows seem to prosper from the continual conflicts. Okay, and then we have a picture of soldiers murdering farmers. That's very pleasant. It is mid-afternoon when you catch sight of a small village on the road ahead. There are many wagons parked at the side of the highway, and a crowd is gathered in a field nearby. As you ride past, you notice a large placard nailed to one of the wagons. Archery tournament. Entrance fee, 2 gold crowns. First prize, the silver bow of Duardon. If you wish to enter the tournament, hell yes I do. One of the best special items in the game, if I can get it. Cyrillus offers to stay and look after the horses while you take part in the contest. He says that archery holds no interest for him, but you suspect that it's just an excuse to take an afternoon nap. You hand him the reins of your horse and hurry to join a line of men waiting to enter the tournament field. The event reminds you of a Summerlunding village pageant, and the jugglers and dancers and numerous sideshows all add to the festive spirit. Eventually, you reach the gate where a cheerful old lady is collecting 2 gold crown entrance fee. You hand over your crowns. All right, fine. Crown. 43 crowns left. All right. Well spent, though, if I can get this thing. You hand over your crowns and enter the large tent where the other competitors are stringing their bows. If you possess a bow, turn to page 340. If you do not possess a bow, turn to page 18. I do! A small, flat-faced man dressed in the silver braided jerkin enters the tent and calls for everyone's attention. Quickly, he explains the rules that govern the tournament and then ushers you onto the range. At the far end of the field is a line of targets, each with 10 colored rings marked 0 through 9. Each archer is given 3 arrows, with which he must get a minimum score of 8 in order to qualify for the next round of the tournament. Pick 3 numbers from the random number table and add them together. If you have the Magnified Discipline and Weapon Mastery with the bow, add 3 to your total. In the case of the Weapon Mastery with the bow, bonus is added once the entire total of 3 picks, not just each pick. Okay, that's important to know. Alright, so 3 random number tables. Oh god, this thing hates me though. Alright, let's do this. Hang on, first, because I've regained another 4 endurance points, so let's go ahead and add those. First number, 7. Second number, 4. Okay, I don't even need to shoot my second arrow. Finally, thank you, random number table. Thank you. Your score qualifies you for a place in the final, for only one other archer has scored more than 8 points. His name is Altan, a tall man with rugged features, a ranger from the mountains to the north. He wields a long bow of orange toa wood, and his skill with the weapon is formidable. It will be a difficult contest. And then we got a picture of our opponent with his bow. Yeah, he looks stern. Alright. Alatin combat skill, 30. Endurance, target points, 50. Alright, the tournament final is played out using the normal rules for combat. Hang on, for this combat you may not gain bonuses from a shield or any weapon other than the bow. In this case, weapon mastery with the bow grants you 3 combat skill. Alright, bonus points that weapon mastery and melee weapon... Wait. 3 combat skills of weapon mastery with a melee weapon normally grants rather than adding 3 to the random number picked. Okay. Which would not work for the combat results table. Other restrictions may apply depending on the interpretation of the rules. Okay. Alright, if you're using the Jackin. I don't know what the Jackin is, but whatever. What's the Jackin? Hang on, I'm curious. What's the Jackin? A loud crack echoes in the tournament field as the Jackin splits into two. Oh, I get it. That's the bow that you're using. Okay, okay. So the way this works, the first one to lose a total of 50 of his target points loses the tournament. You need not erase the arrows from the action chart. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going into battle. I get only +3. And then +1 for my lore. So I'm at a combat skill of 22. Sorry, where was I? I had to pause for a second. Okay, so he has 30, I have 22, and we both have 50 endurance points. That's the way the battle will work. So, hang on, I have to go here. Okay, so battle. I will have so 29. Remember, I have 29 hit points, folks. What? 50. 50. Oh gosh. I have to do it this way, aren't I? Not that. I have to do it this way. 42. There. We'll do it that way. Alright, and then he has 30 with 50 endurance. Alright, let's do this. Let's just hope I can get this bow, because this bow is really good. Alright. He's down to 32. I'm down. I didn't lose anything. Wow! Fantastic. Oh, that gives me such a big advantage now. Because I'm really behind by 8 points. This is not a good fight for me. It's down to 14? What the hell? Down to 0? Wait a second. I didn't lose anything? Let's try that again. That just doesn't seem right, does it? Whoa, 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 whoa. 30. I mean, I'm willing to accept it, but that just doesn't seem right. Yeah. Ah, crud. Something's going on here. I don't understand. Why is it not working correctly? Hang on, folks. Alright, for some reason the stats keeper's bugging out when I try and do that fight. I think maybe because of the high endurance points or something, but let's try this action chart, see if it works. I modified my combat skill and endurance to match it, and let's see if this will work. Combat skill 30, endurance 50. Alright, fight around. I'm down to 46, he's down to 45. Okay, good. So it's working. I'm down to 41, he's down to 41. Whew. I'm down to 39, he's down to 34. I'm down to 37, he's 27. I'm winning this 34-21, 28-20, 23-16, 23-8, 18-4, 13-1. And I got it. Oh, with 10 points to spare. That's actually good. This is a hard fight because I was at a -8. Oh man, but I won. Hooray! Hooray! Yay! Let's bump our combat skill back up to where it needs to be. Our endurance points back down to where it needs to be. Alright. And we won! So, if Altan is the first to lose all 50 target points, turn to page 252. A loud cheer shatters the silence as your arrow strikes home. You have won! The villagers are thrilled to have witnessed such an exciting tournament, and the crowd around you offers their praise and congratulations. The little man in the braided jerkin presents you with your prize, a magnificent bow made from the wood of a silver oak tree. The weapon will add 3 points to your total whenever using a bow, and are instructed to pick a number from the random number table. Enter it in the weapons section of your action chart, a silver oak bow, and make note of its particular property. In all instances, and I'm reading the footnote here, in all other instances where this bow is mentioned, it is referred to as the silver bow of Duardon, and treated as a weapon-like special item rather than a weapon. The 3-point bonus to your random number picks upon Using the bow can be added to the 3-point bonus you may already have with the weapon mastery at the bow for a total of 6 points. As with the weapon bonus for weapon mastery at the bow, you may only add this bonus when determining the success of a bow shot. So, this is very big. This is a very big special weapon. Not only does it allow me to discard my bow and carry an additional second weapon, because it's now a special item and not a weapon itself. Silver bow. Which means that I can now carry the bow plus 2 weapons plus the summer sword. Okay, there we go. We'll just do that. But it'll add an additional 3 to any random number table I pick for a bow shot, giving me a plus 6 for any bow shot I make, which is really big. It's a huge help. So this pretty much ensures that I am now going to be a badass with the bow, which is why I was really hoping to win this. So yeah, good times. After making a short speech to thank the villagers, ha 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 ha, look at you little people admiring my awesomeness. Yes, I am awesome, you are not, but at least for this brief few hours you could enjoy basking in my glory. Now go back to your miserable lives as I take the silver bow. Goodbye. There, is that a short speech for you? Thank the villagers for their generosity. Thank you for showering me with your less than adequate presence. You shoulder your bow and head back to Cyrillus with the good news. A shock awaits you when you return to Cyrillus. Both he and your horse have vanished. At first you curse him, thinking that he has wandered off to a nearby ale tent for a drink, but then you discover his oaken staff lying on the road. You sense that something is seriously wrong. You climb to the top of a parked wagon and strain your eyes in all directions for some clue to his whereabouts. Suddenly you see him, surrounded by a group of cavalrymen galloping away to the west. You count 6 of them, plus a riderless horse, your horse. Then you notice that conveniently hitched to the back of a parked wagon is a saddled horse. If you wish to take the horse and give chase, you wish to try and find the horse's owner and offer to buy it. Yeah, let's do that. We don't want to steal horses here. You don't have to look very far for the horse's owner. At this very moment, he is striding towards you. Suddenly, he recognizes you and salutes you with a friendly wave. If you won the archery contest, turn to page 45. I did. It is Altlan. Oh, great. It's Altlan. Of course it is. Before you can explain what has happened, he shakes your hand and congratulates you on your prowess with the bow. For in spite of his defeat, he is eager to show that he bears no grudge. You thank him and go on to explain your sorry predicament. I think we can make a deal, he says, glancing at your silver bow. I'm not parting with this thing. You can suck it, Altlan. It's my bow. If you will not part with the bow, then perhaps you have something else of value that will persuade me to part with my horse, he says shrewdly. Altlan will accept 2 special items or 20 gold coins in exchange for his horse. Oh, god damn it. Take my gold. Take my gold. You're not taking my special items. You... do I have anything worth giving? No, I am not giving up any of my special items. There goes half my gold. Well, at least he's not getting... You're not getting the silver bow, you cheeky bastard. Alright. I agree to his proposal. You keep your side of the bargain, and I give him 20 gold coins. In exchange, he hands over the reins of the horse. Good luck, Northlander, he says, as you climb in the saddle. I hope you find your companion. He is a lucky man to have a friend such as you. You shout a farewell and spur your new horse to a gallop. I could have just stolen it. Oh, man. The chase takes you deep into the heart of the Veritaean hills. Soon the highway dips and twists, plunging into the valleys and hollows carved by fast-flowing streams and climbing through the dense woodland that clings precariously to every precipice and crag. You often lose sight of the riders, but your basic Kai skills of tracking and hunting enable you to follow their trail with ease. It is not until you reach a tiny village perched on the edge of the tree-lined crag that their trail becomes indistinct. However, you notice that at the far side of the village, a stony hill track branches from the main highway and ascends to the trees. If you have the Magna Chi discipline of pathmanship, crap, I don't. If you wish to continue along the highway, or if you wish to follow this track, I'm gonna follow the track. I think that's where I need to go. Near the crest of the hill, there is a small hut built close to the track. Outside on the porch sits an old woman who is peeling fruit with a wooden knife. She smiles a gap-toothed smile and bids you welcome as you bring your horse to a halt. If you wish to ask her if she's seen any riders pass her home, yes, I wish to ask that. None passing by here, she says, her voice heavy with the Highland track. Track go to top of Beacon Hill and no more than that. You sense the old woman's telling the truth. The riders have not come this way and the track leads nowhere. It's a dead end. You thank her and bid her farewell before turning around and descending the track. Well, crud. As you reach the junction with the highway, you see the riders emerging in a single file behind the derelict cottage. They draw themselves into a circle in the middle of the village, and although they are out of earshot, you can tell by their movement and frantic gestures that they are having a heated argument. Suddenly the circle breaks and they ride towards you with Cyrillus, still unconscious, in tow behind the last rider. You urge your horse off along the track and take cover among the dense trees. If you have a bow and want to ambush them as they ride past the hiding place, yes, I do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put our new bow to work, shall we? Your ambush catches the enemy by surprise, making them panic and fly in all directions. At such close range, your arrow pierces the chainmail chest of the rider holding Cyrillus' horse and kills him instantly. Alright. That is another arrow gone. Bam. Again, these arrows have proven very useful so far. As he tumbles to the ground, you break cover, exploding through the bushes and scooping the reins from the dead man's horse. Angry shouts echo in your wake as you take off along the highway with the wizard and his horse by your side. Woohoo! Rescue successful! Your immediate peril stops you dwelling too much on the reason why the riders should try to abduct Cyrillus. However, it does occur to you that he is neither wealthy nor powerful, and so a poor prospect for a rich ransom. As you reach the bottom of the wooden crag, the stone church and the graveyard loom into view, at a point where the highway turns sharply to the west. Blocking the road, on a charger as black as midnight, sits a scar-faced young man. His eyes, set with in a white and disfigured face, burn with a cold, dark glow. You recognize him immediately. It is Rorak, the lordling you defeated at the Barrel Bridge Tavern, and we have a picture of him sitting on his horse, trying to look all arrogant. If you possess a silver brooch... Silver brooch? I don't think I have a silver brooch. Let's see. No, don't have that. Alright, so... Suddenly, the riders appear and spread out in a semicircle to surround you. We have a debt to settle, Northlander, hisses Rorak, his lips drawn back and his teeth in contemptuous sneer. I demand payment in full. Madness flashes in his glaring eyes as he removes an amulet from around his neck and holds it high in the air. Come, come, Tagazin, I summon thee from the pit of eternal pain. I summon thee. The skin of your arms and neck prickles with dread at the sound of Rorak's terrible invocation. You cast your eyes around you for an escape route. Only the churchyard offers a way past Rorak and his men, but as you spur your horse through the stone gateway, you are suddenly frozen with terror by what you see before you. Above the church, a whirlpool of darkness has taken form, casting a tomb-like chill on everything beneath. Frost crystallizes on the grass and flowers, and a terrible sound fills the air as the earth begins to shake. Cracks appear on the ground beneath you, and suddenly a score of fleshless hands burst through the frozen soil to grab at your horse. Shrieking with terror, it rears up, and you are thrown into the waiting arms of the waking dead. There's a footnote. If you are using the summer sword, you may double in. Okay, yes, I know. Undead Summonation. Combat skill 18, endurance 35. Due to the surprise of the attack, deduct 2 points from your combat skill for the first 2 rounds of combat, unless you have the Kai discipline of Hunt Mastery. Finally, something we have. Oh, the undead are immune to Psi Surge and Mind Blast. Also, unless you possess the Magna-Kai discipline of Nexus, you must deduct 2 endurance points for every round of combat you fight due to the intense cold. Oh, well, that sucks. Alright, so we are using our Summer Sword, which adds another 8, so we're at a plus 15 right now. Booyah! Oh crud, and we add another 4 endurance because we weren't in combat. So we're at 33. Oh man, you see how overpowered that healing ability can be? Alright, combat skill for enemy is 18. Oh please, they are boned. 35 endurance with a multiplier of 2. Alright. And I'm going to lose 2 extra hit points every round. So, round 1! 13, I'm down to 31. Dead. And so I lose an extra 4, so I'm down to 27 again. Well, alright then. At least I got to use the Summer Sword for a little bit. Make that fight a little easier. Alright, win combat. As you destroy the last of the fleshless skeletons, you see that the struggle has spread beyond the walls of the churchyard. From the depths of the open crypt, a shambling mass of zombies are hurling themselves at the riders, tearing the terrified warriors from their saddles. Warrock's summonation has gone horribly out of control. No living creature is safe from the terror that he has unleashed. The lordling turns and gallops away in blind panic, leaving his followers to their grisly deaths. As he disappears, the swirling funnel of darkness slowly fades, and the undead stagger and fall, crumbling into dust, which is carried away on the evening breeze. You rush to the aid of the old magician, who lies mortally wounded, pinned beneath the body of his dead horse. As you cradle his head in your hands, his eyes flicker open, and he forces a whisper from his blood-flecked lips. Brass Street. If you have the Magna-Chi Discipline of Curing, I do. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for giving me that. You concentrate all your powers of curing, transmitting the warmth created by the Magna-Chi skill through your hands into the shattered body of the magician. His frail shoulders tremble as he forces himself to whisper once more, Brass Street, Veretta, find Gwynneon, the sage. He will help you. Help your quest. Turn to 46. A trickle of blood seeps from the corner of the old man's mouth as his eyes flicker and close. He is dead. You bury him in the graveyard of the church where he fell and say a silent prayer to the spirits of the Kai to watch over him on his final journey. A sadness fills your heart, and you take one last look at the oaken staff that marks his grave before setting off on the highway to Veretta. Now, you may have noticed I did not show you the cover for this book, because I thought it would be best to save it for now, because it's really a sad cover, knowing what's happening. Wolf. Hang on a second. Oopsie. Kingdoms of Terror. Images. Alright, let's look at the new cover. I've never actually seen that. Hang on a second. It's a boar. Okay. Don't even know where that comes from. I don't remember that being in the book at all. Here's an old picture. And this is like the last thing you fight in the book, I believe. Here's another one. This is also just another reincarnation of the last thing you fight in the book, I believe. I know that's kind of hard to see. Hang on. Might make it a little better. But anyway, there's Lone Wolf here, and there's a big beastie. But the picture I wanted to show you guys, which is my favorite picture, and such a sad picture, is this one. Oops. You have Lone Wolf holding the body of the dead magician in the graveyard of skeletons. It's really sad. Because Cyrillus was a good guy, and then he died, and you know, you can see Lone Wolf looks all sad and awesome at the same time. But yeah, such a sad cover, such a sad part to the story. I don't know why. I guess a lot of people are like, whatever, man, that's just, you're silly. But I really like Cyrillus, and I was thinking, man, finally, I'll have a companion for the book, because in the whole first 5 books, you don't really have a companion, and yeah, not so much. It was sad. Alright, continuing the story, yes.